Hi, we outside. Thank God for the trees. What would we do without them? We wouldn't exist. I did not want to make this video. And then I knew I had to make this video. So I became excited to make this video. So this video is about the holiday time. And I know that the holiday time can be a very sensitive, triggering time of the year. There's a lot happening. Not on top of all the things that come with capitalism and all of the traumas that we've experienced that are connected to this time of year, and the environmental things that are happening, the seasonal change, the winter, the fall away that happens, the hormonal changes that happens to all of us during this time of year. It's a very sensitive time, and it can be very triggering. So it's no surprise that this is the time of year that so many beautiful souls unalive themselves. It's hard. It's a hard time. So this video will be speaking to this time of year. So the holiday time for me has been a very triggering time historically in the past few years of my life. So let's do a story time. The holiday season, Thanksgiving and Christmas has always been special to me, mostly because of the person that I shared it with, and that was my grandmother. We spent quality time together during this time of year that was very special and life-changing to me. My grandmother was definitely, without a doubt, one of my soulmates. And during this time of the year, she and we would cook together. We would drive around the wealthy neighborhoods and look at the Christmas lights and the decorations. We would bake German chocolate cakes from scratch, and she would let me sell them to family friends. It was just a very special time. And it wasn't about things between her and I. It was always quality time. Some of the characteristics that I value most about myself was nurtured by her. So when she transitioned, it was very difficult for me. There was a period where I hated the holiday time because I was left and surrounded by people who valued things. And there is no perfect gift that could ever be purchased for me in a store. A perfect gift for me is quality time, creating or learning or having an experience together. And most people in this life value things that can be bought in a store. So when she transitioned, I initially never knew how to properly grieve. So I self-medicated a lot. And I was around people who also self-medicated. So there was no healing happening. Eventually, I was on a healing path, a healing journey. I want to say around 2016 was the beginning for me. And as I began to immerse myself in spiritual practices, I grew closer to her. As I built my relationship with God, with spirit, at the time, 2017, 2016, I would refer to God as spirit, as the universe. But we're not playing those, I don't want to play those type of semantics anymore. I call God, God. And you can take that how you like, receive that how you receive it. So as my relationship with God grew, my relationship with my grandmother grew. And call was coming through. We're going to stop that. So as my relationship with God grew, my relationship with my grandmother grew. I began to feel her walking with me. My relationships with my ancestors grew. I began to feel my aunt, who passed away when I was 15, that I could feel her presence as well. The point of me sharing these things is that this year something happened that was a trigger for me, definitely. One of my siblings, I have a few siblings, one of my siblings commissioned an artist to do a portrait of my grandmother. So, for those of you who do not know, I'm an artist. And one of the things that I do extremely well is portraits. Ink, acrylic. I can do portraits of people, from my perspective, very well. And when I heard this, it was told to me, my initial internal reaction was anger. Internally, I felt angry. That then shifted to hurt. So when the person told me this, my response to them was, "That's nice." And I went on my way. I didn't ask any questions because I wasn't interested in knowing. I didn't want to engage. And as I sat with it, I realized that my hurt and anger was from a place of expecting that I would be valued by someone who is family, expecting that this sibling would do what I would do, which is if I have someone that I care for and love and they create something of quality. Let's say my sister bakes cakes. If I want a cake baked, I'm going to go to my sister. I'm not going to go to the bakery. I expected what I would do from this person. And when we put these expectations on people, it is a setup for disappointment because it's all ego. Yes, I am a great artist. Yes, it did hurt that my own sibling didn't think of me or consider that that would be something that I could do better and with so much heart and intention behind it than any artist in the world could do. I could capture the essence of our grandmother better than any person could because she was my soulmate and my friend as well as my grandmother, and she walks with me now. That experience really showed me how far I have come. Because if that would have happened at this time, any years ago, I would have most likely degraded myself by saying I'm not a good artist. I would have probably spiraled by attacking myself. I probably would have drank a whole bottle of vodka, most likely. I probably would have harbored resentment and anger within myself because I rarely have lashed out at other people. I'm grateful that that happened because it really showed me how far I have come. And I'm grateful to God about how far I have come. So if you are struggling this time of year because you've lost someone that you love, or you are having similar experiences, know, one, that as you build and strengthen your relationship with God, it will strengthen the relationship with the relations that you have that has transitioned from the physical life. It will strengthen your relationships, and you will feel them in your heart, and you will feel them with you more than ever before. Strengthen your spiritual world and watch the changes that can happen. Also, honor the memories that you have created with your loved ones that have transitioned. Honor them. It's not about glorifying them into being perfection, because my grandmother was not perfect. It is because she was not perfect that she was able to love me in ways that I did not believe would be possible to be loved by another human being, because she was not perfect. And those who know will understand what that means when I say that. Honor the memories that you had with them. Carry on the traditions as if they are still with you, because they are. Honor how far you've come in your grief process, and realize that grief can come in waves and phases and stages, especially when you lose deep soulmate connections in the physical world. That was difficult for me to share. There was years after my grandmother transitioned that I could not speak her name without breaking down. We've come such a long way. Honor yourself. Let go of expectations, especially expectations of humans who are flawed and imperfect. Be gentle with yourself. Carry on the traditions, even if it's just you. Even if it's just you. Even if it appears that it's just you. Because they are here with you. So as I drove at night about 4 or 5 days ago, I came across a house that was over the top, extraordinarily decorated like a winter wonderland. And I stopped so that me and my grandmother could enjoy it. Y'all take care.